Hey guys, welcome back to the world of English exams. So, today's video is going to be the continuation of our solved reading test series videos. So, if you are a subscriber to our channel, you might have known that we regularly upload videos related to IELTS, and we have already started this new series wherein I am helping you all to solve the questions from real Cambridge IELTS training book. So this is yet another video in which we are going to look at how to solve the first paragraph of the first reading passage from Cambridge IELTS 13 General Training book. So this is test 3. So previously we have come up with 2 other test videos in which we have given you how to solve each and every question in detail from the first 2 tests of this book. Also, we have released detailed videos of how to solve the questions in Cambridge IELTS 14 General Training book. So if you haven't watched those videos, they are available on our YouTube channel. So just go there right away, watch those videos so that you'll understand how to tackle the questions that are seen in the real IELTS books. So in this video, we are going to look at 2 important type of questions, that is true, false, not given, and which paragraph contains the following information. This falls under the category of matching. So we are going to look at these question types with relation to how they appear in the reading test 3 from Cambridge IELTS 13 General Training book. So the first 7 questions from this test belong to true, false, not given. We have already released a detailed video telling you how to approach these questions. If you haven't watched the video, don't worry, I'm going to link it in the description box. So just click on that link and that will take you to that video which will explain in detail with examples from Cambridge past papers. So true, false, not given is quite simple. The first thing you need to understand is that these questions usually follow an order in the passage. What do I mean by that? You can see that this is how the question type will appear. The instructions will clearly specify true, false, not given. That means you need to read the statements and then you need to read the passage to confirm if the statement is true or false or not given. So what I'm trying to tell you is that the answers will be found in a sequence. That is, the context related to these statements will be found in a sequence in the passage. So if you find the answer for the first question, let's say the first statement, so you need not go back every time and start from the beginning. So you can just continue from where you have stopped earlier. So that is the advantage for true, false, not given. One more thing is that I must say that there are people who get confused, especially between false and not given, and that confusion is because they base their answer on keywords. Keywords are those important words in the question that will help us identify the answer. However, my approach, the approach which I suggest would be to not completely base your answer on the keywords, because sometimes these keywords can be given in the form of their synonyms or parallel expressions. So if you just look for one particular word in the text and if you don't find it, you would be wasting a lot of time and the answer would just pass your eye. So my advice is, read the statement, understand what it means. What is the meaning of the statement has to be understood, and based on that you are going to look for 1 or 2 keywords which will not change. For instance, let's say that in the statement there is an year, let's say 1963. Definitely you have a clarity that this year is going to be found in its original form in the passage also. 1963 is not going to be modified in any way. You need to be clear about what you are looking for. So these are the 2 suggestions that I can give. Number 1, look for the meaning and not just the keywords. And the second point is, answers are usually in a sequence, hence read carefully and find the meaning, and so you will notice that with time and practice you will be able to find the answers in a quick way. So let me also show you how the passage would appear in Cambridge IELTS 13 book, test 3, remember. So the title of the passage is New York Late Starters String Orchestra. So this is the beginning of the reading passage and this is the continuation. So now from this passage we need to locate the idea behind these statements, and then we need to confirm whether the answer is true or false or not given. So how do we do that? We mark the answer as true if the statement agrees with the information. That is, whatever is given in the statement, the same meaning is conveyed in the passage also. That is why the answer is true. If it is contradictory, that is, information is there about the question but in the opposite way, then the answer is said to be false. And not given means there is no information on that. No information meaning the context does not, the reading passage does not talk about the context which is covered in the statement. That's when you mark the answer as not given. These instructions could be a little confusing. So what I thought of doing is, I would now be splitting each of these statements and then I'm going to give you that paragraph which contains the answer. So let's go in this way so that the approach will be much simpler and straightforward. So the first statement, the idea behind NYLSO. So NYLSO is nothing but the title, that is New York Late Starters String Orchestra. So the idea behind NYLSO was based on another orchestra. So of course we do know from the title that this is an orchestra, but this idea behind the setting up NYLSO was based on some other orchestra. So one orchestra gave an idea for the setting up of NYLSO. That is the meaning. So now let's read the text. The only keyword which will not change here will be NYLSO and some another orchestra. We need to find what is that orchestra, what is the name of it, and whether it is true from the text or not. So let's start reading from the beginning. NYLSO, the New York Late Starters String Orchestra, is something special. It's not talking anything about other orchestra, so hence we have to continue reading. It was founded in early 2007 and grew out of a concept. Grew out means it was based on. So the concept came out of a concept developed by the East London Late Starters Orchestra. So, and it grew out of a concept which is developed by. Concept which is developed by means it is based on. What is the other orchestra's name? The East London Late Starters Orchestra. So, is the meaning matching? Yes, because this idea behind setting up NYLSO grew out of a concept which is developed by some other orchestra whose name is East London Late Starters Orchestra. As you have seen, we did not find the word idea, we did not find the word behind, and we did not find was based on, we did not find another. So 90% of the words are not found. So if you base your answer on the keywords, you will be searching for the term idea and behind, but they will never be found. So you have to go with the meaning, and since the meaning is exactly matching, the answer is said to be true. So this is the approach I am telling. Now we have already read the first 3 lines till ELLSO, that is East London Late Starters Orchestra. So my next suggestion is, for the second statement, don't start from the beginning, continue from here. Then you would find the answers in a much quicker way. So let's continue the second statement. An ability to read music is essential. So an ability to read music is essential. That means whoever is going to be a member of NYLSO should be able to read music, and that is very essential. That quality is required. That is the meaning. So let's continue. Participants should have is nothing but it is essential. Basic music reading skills. Skill is nothing but ability. So should the participants have music reading skills or an ability to read? Yes, definitely. It is agreeing with the what is given in the passage. Hence the answer is true again. Have you noticed how simple it is, guys? No confusion if you go with the meaning. If you don't go with the meaning and continue to go with the keyword approach, that approach definitely has its own setbacks. So let's continue the third question. The NYLSO might be, now here comes a trick. Here they are not confirming the quality, it is just telling that it might be, that is there is a possibility, it could, it may. So that is a probability. Okay, so you have to understand the meaning in that way. The NYLSO might be unsuitable. Unsuitable means it's not suitable, it's not appropriate for very advanced level musicians. Very advanced level means it's not suitable for advanced level. What is the meaning of it? It's only meant for beginners, starters. That's the name, right? Because the name itself said the New York Late Starters Orchestra. Starters means beginners. That means it's not suitable for advanced level. From the title, I have understood that, but whether it is given in the passage or not, we have to read and confirm. So already I told you that answers would be in a sequence. We have already read the first sentence that says participants should have basic music reading skills and a willingness to commit to the group, but are not required to audition. Nothing about their level of understanding. Next, it is recommended that you have studied an instrument for at least 1 year. At least 1 year means not very high level very high level. If you have ever been paid to play your instrument, so that is one. If you have ever been paid, that means you are already a performer. Recently graduated with a degree. So you are not a beginner, you have already taken a graduation. You are a degree in that. Or have been playing continuously since elementary school. So all these are for long time. You may decide that we are not appropriate group for you. Not appropriate means unsuitable. So if you are a very high level musician or an advanced level musician, they have given the meaning here. Hence, it is not suitable because clearly they told we are not the appropriate group. So it is unsuitable. Hence, the answer is true again. See, like this, go with the context and its meaning. You will get the answers very quickly. So, shall we proceed with the next question, guys? Okay then. Now, NYLSO concerts are free. Free. What is the meaning of free? You can attend them without paying any entrance fee. So, that is what is the meaning of free. They are not paid. So, NYLSO concerts are free to members, families and friends. Which means those family members of already the participants who are playing in the concert, they can come and watch the concert for free. That is, for outsiders there is a charge, but if you are a family member or a friend of one of the participants in the concert, then you need not pay anything. You can just right away come and attend the concert. So that is what is the meaning. So let's continue. How we work, that is the side heading. We know that New Yorkers are busy people. Nothing about concerts. It is fine if you miss an entire rehearsal period when an emergency arises. Again, nothing about members, family, free, nothing like that. Ultimately, though, too many absences disrupt the function of the group and make it difficult to perform the pieces. Again, nothing about members, families. Sessions are in 6-week rehearsal cycles with 2-hour rehearsals held once a week. This is the schedule, nothing about free. We work with the goal of producing 1 to 3 informal friends and family concerts per year. Now here is the clue. Let's read the sentence. We work with the goal of producing 1 to 3 informal friends and family concerts per year. That means there are some concerts meant for friends and family, but did you get the sentence that says they are free? Did it mention that these concerts are for free? Nothing like that, but they are informal, that's it. That is, you can perform concerts meant for friends and family, but we don't know whether they are free or paid. Hence, what is the answer? Not given. So don't just go with the keywords. Keywords could be misleading, but you have to consider the overall meaning when marking the answer. So I hope you guys understood how to differentiate between a true statement and a not given statement. Let's continue with the fifth question. Rehearsals always involve. Now here is the trick. Always. This is an adverb of frequency. How frequently an action happens. So here, what is the frequency of action? It is always. Always means every single time. 100% of the cases. Rehearsals always involve the full orchestra playing together. That means if there is a rehearsal, everybody needs to attend it. Always. For every single rehearsal, every person has to be there, whoever is performing. So let's see. We know that New Yorkers are busy people. It is fine. It is fine means it's okay if you miss an entire rehearsal period when an emergency arises. So what are they clearly telling? It is okay even if you miss the entire rehearsal period. So rehearsal is given here. So is it compulsory that you always have to come? No, it's clearly telling that it's okay even if you miss an entire rehearsal. Miss means if you don't attend also. So, but in the question it is telling that you have to, rehearsals always involve the full orchestra. So, this meaning is given in the opposite sense in the passage. Hence, the answer is false. Now, guys, there is a difference between false and not given in this aspect. Now, let me explain why it is not given. Here, some people can tell that, ma'am, full orchestra is missing here, hence the answer is not given. But as I told you, don't just go with the keywords, go with the meaning. The meaning says always it involves the full orchestra. Full orchestra means all the participants playing together. But in the text it is given, it is fine if you miss. You means it is talking to the participants. If you miss an entire rehearsal period when an emergency arises. So it's not compulsory that all the participants should be present always. Hence, when we go with the meaning, we can easily understand that the answer is false. It's just a small trick to confuse you guys. But remember, our focus is only on the meaning. So let's continue. The conductor provides her services free to NYLSO. Again, we got this term called free. And who is it about? The conductor. So, the conductor provides her services free. That is, there is no fee. There need not be any salary or remuneration or something like that which is paid to the conductor. So, her services are free to NYLSO. So, first the keyword here is conductor and provides her services free. So, conductor and free, these are our keywords. So, let's quickly skim and find the word conductor. Our professional tutor or facilitator serves as the coach and conductor during the rehearsals. So, there is a professional tutor who serves as a conductor. Okay. So, we got the word conductor, but we did not get the term provides the services free. Substitute conductors also join in to teach different sessions, nothing about payment, providing groups of players with valuable experience in working with different approaches and styles, nothing about free. Everyone is encouraged to play to their fullest potential, whatever that might be, but please recognize that while we do have a conductor, her role is not to provide one-on-one instruction during rehearsals. It's just talking about the duties of a conductor, nothing about free as such. So let's continue reading. NYLSO is a self-supporting collective. We do not receive any other funding. So now funding is something related to payment. So the answer could be found. The cost is $80 for each 6-week cycle. So as a participant, you need to pay $80 for every 6 weeks. Then payments again related to something called free services, something like that. Payments are applied to costs of rehearsal space, conductor fees. So whatever you pay, some amount will be applied towards conductor's fee. That means is her service free? Definitely not, because clearly it is telling that they have to pay certain amount towards conductor's fee, but here it is telling that the services are free. So is it not contradicting it to the text? Hence, what is the answer? False. Clear? So let's continue to the last statement. The NYLSO gives advice. Gives advice means it provides suggestions on what instrument to purchase. So if you are looking to buy any musical instrument and if you want some advice relating to that, you can get it from NYLSO. So that is what the statement means. So let's continue. NYLSO is a self-supporting collective. So already we have read this till conductor's fee. So now let's continue reading it. Materials you will need at rehearsal. You will need an instrument. So clearly the keyword is found. But we have to next search for whether you can get any advice on what instrument to purchase. A portable music stand. Music stand is not a music instrument. Or any other relevant music accessories. You should bring a folder to keep your music together and a soft lead pencil with an eraser for writing in changes. Sheet music is provided, but will they is the context mentioning that they will give you advice on what instrument to buy? Nothing about this. Hence, what is the answer? Information is missing, so the answer is not given. So it is so easy and simple, guys. The approach is quite straightforward. Don't go with keywords alone. Just go with the meaning, and also notice that answers will come in a sequence. So here is the answer key showing all the 7 answers for true, false, not given. I hope you have understood this. Now without any further delay, let's also solve the questions, the next set of questions which belong to matching. That is, which paragraph contains the following information, and here you will get to answer questions from number 8 to 14. So let's first look at what these questions mean and what are the instructions, and then we will get started to solve them one after the other as we have done now. So basically you are able to see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 statements here, and we have to look at 7 advertisements for running watches. So there are 7 advertisements from A to G. So let's go back to the passage. Yes, clearly the 7 best running watches, that is the title, and 1, 2, 3, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So there are 7 paragraphs. So what should we do? For which running watch are the following statements true? That means it is matching. But here, just don't get confused with the title, guys. Just because you see the word true, it does not become true, false, not given. It is matching. And in addition to this, you will also see that sometimes you will see an instruction called NB, which means you may use any letter more than once. Already we have seen the letters A to G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The instruction NB means note beat. That is the full form. And in simple, it means that the paragraphs will repeat. That is, maybe after reading the statements, we may find 2 statements in paragraph A, let's say, or 2 statements in paragraph B, like that. So one paragraph will contain more than 1 answers. That is the meaning of NB. So if you see NB, that means some alphabet will repeat twice. At least one alphabet will repeat twice. So this is the clue. Many students often face a problem with matching questions because they don't read the instructions and understand them. I hope you are now clear with the instructions, and now let's proceed with answering the questions one by one. Now the approach that I suggest for matching is to read all the statements before you attempt answering them. There is a reason behind that. As the name indicates, you have to read each and every paragraph in order to confirm the paragraph which contains the answer. So let's say that you are solving the question number 8. This statement could be found in the last paragraph. You never know. So in order to find one answer, you have to read all the paragraphs. And for the second statement also, the same thing has to be repeated. Don't you think that it is a waste of time? Yes. So in order to tackle this problem, whenever there is matching, I advise the students to read all the statements well before you read the paragraphs, so that once you understand what each and every statement means with the help of the keywords, the same approach which we have used for true false. The only change is there we have read one statement after the other because we know that answers will be in a sequence. But here there is no guarantee that we will find the answers in an order. Hence, what do? We solve it in a very intelligent way by reading all the statements, and then we will read each and every paragraph and then compare it with the statement. So it's quite easy to follow that approach. Let me show you how. But first, let's read the statements, all the statements. So 8th one, this would be suitable. This would be suitable means it's an appropriate one. This would be a suitable and not too expensive. Not too expensive means it's cost effective, it's cheap. First watch for a runner. So if you are looking at cost, then if you are looking for something in your budget, then this is the watch that is recommended for you. That is what is the meaning. Then the 9th statement says, care has been taken. Care has been taken means the necessary steps have been taken to make this watch very attractive to look at. So if you are a person who is attracted by the colors or the look and feel of the watch, then this is the one for you. So this is the watch which is recommended for people who want a watch that is very attractive to look. The appearance is very attractive. Let's continue reading the 10th statement. This watch can be programmed to let the runner know when it is time to get some refreshment. So if you want the watch to alert you that it is time to take some snacks or a drink or something like that, that is the meaning of refreshments. So if you want that advice or that alarm from the watch, then this is the one for you. So this watch can be programmed. That means you can set it according to your requirements, and the watch will alert when it is time to get some refreshment like snacks. So let's continue reading the 11th statement. This watch will need recharging at frequent intervals. Frequent intervals means you can't use this watch for long. You have to keep recharging it. That is, the power has to be supplied at regular intervals. So it only then it can run. So that is the feature of this watch. Let's continue reading the 12th statement. Both experienced and inexperienced runners will find this watch useful. That means it's not just for experienced one. If you don't have any experience of using a watch also, if you are a beginner, it's your first watch, or whether you have already used watches like this before, for both of the groups, this watch is very suitable. Then let's read the 13th statement. Runners will find all the features of this watch are useful. So there is nothing that is useless in this watch. Each and every feature is quite useful. Then the final statement says, people who do most of their running in cities. Most of their running in cities means most of the times they run on the city roads. Then or maybe you are jogging in the cities mostly, may find this watch is not appropriate for them. So it's not aimed for people who mostly run in cities. That is the meaning. So now that we have understood what each and every statement is telling, let's continue to read the paragraphs, and let me show you which paragraph contains the answer to a particular question, like I did for true false not given earlier. So the 8th statement, this would be a suitable and not too expensive first watch for a runner. So let's read this paragraph E. Garmin Forerunner 10. This is a well priced means appropriately priced, entry level means first watch, that is light as well as waterproof and available in a range of colors. So definitely it is talking about price, that it is not too expensive, well priced, good, and entry level, first watch also. Did you get the answer, guys? That is E. Okay, so that is how you have to go with the meaning. Don't just go with the keywords. So now let's continue solving the second bit. Care has been taken to make this watch look very attractive. Okay, so let's read this paragraph. Nike fuel band, sorry. Described by the Huffington Post as the sports watch you never knew you needed. This soft touch and lightweight watch has been lovingly designed to appear more like a piece of futuristic jewelry than a running watch. Have you seen how nicely they have described it? So it's a very soft touch and lightweight watch, but what is the feature? It has been designed to appear more like a piece of jewelry. That is, it's very, very attractive to look at. So the answer is F. Let's continue answering the next statement. This watch can be programmed to let the runner know when it is time to get some refreshment. So let's read this paragraph. D. That is Timex Run Trainer 2.0. This high-res screen, high-res is nothing but high-resolution screen, makes this a great watch for athletes at any level. Okay, nothing about snacks or refreshment. The easy-to-use upgraded menu system makes monitoring pace, speed and distance child's play. Nothing about any alert. Alerts remind you, see, now it is talking about it. Alerts remind you when it is time to hydrate or top up the nutrition. It is time to hydrate means drink water, or top up with nutrition means have something, refreshment. Hence, what is the answer? D. Just go with the meaning. That is the only way to score well in the reading test. Go with the meaning. Now, let's continue the next question, the next statement. This watch will need recharging at frequent intervals. Let's read C. That is Garmin Forerunner. This watch, which is small enough to wear at the office, is touchscreen and packed with impressive features, although battery life is limited. Battery life is limited means you need to frequently be recharging the batteries. Hence, what is the answer? Clearly, it is C. Have you seen how easy it is once you go with the meaning, guys? I hope everyone is following me. So, let's continue the next question. Both experienced and inexperienced runners will find this watch useful. So now we are going to read that. The high-res screen makes this a great watch for athletes at any level. Athletes, nothing but runners at any level means both experienced and inexperienced. Have you seen that this paragraph called D is repeated elsewhere? So shall we just go back 2 or 3 statements, and we will be able to see that even the 10th answer is also D and the 12th answer is also D. This is what the instruction NB means. If you find NB, it means that paragraphs will be repeated. But I can't say if only one paragraph will be repeated or more than one. But what is definite is that paragraphs will be repeated if you see this instruction. So let's continue the next one. Runners will find all the features of this watch are useful. So everything is useful. Let's read A. Solis claims that this has everything you need and nothing you don't. So there is no unnecessary feature in this watch. Every feature is useful. Clearly we got the answer, that is A. So finally, let's go to the last statement. People who do most of their running in cities may find this watch is not appropriate. So cities, let's see the meaning. Let's read this paragraph, that is G. This is better suited is nothing but is suitable to off-roaders. Off-roaders, that means who are not walking or running on the roads, rather than urban runners. Urban is nothing but cities. So it is rather than is nothing but the second one should be neglected. It's not for urban runners. It's only to off-roaders. Clearly the answer is lying in paragraph G. So that is how you have to match the information to the paragraph, guys. Here is the answer key. I hope that now all of you have understood how to answer the first 14 questions from reading test 3 of Cambridge IELTS 13 general training book. So do comment and let me know how useful this video was for you. And if you have any more topics in mind that are confusing for you and you want me to make videos on that, please don't hesitate. Do leave us a comment and we will get back to you, answer your queries at the earliest. So till then, please do like this video, share it with your friends, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel, World of English Exams. Do visit our website www.worldofenglishexams.com for detailed information on each question type if you want it in the form of text. So till I see you with another informative video relating to your IELTS preparation, I wish you all the best with your preparation and thank you for staying tuned and watching the video till the end. Your support and encouragement is very much required so that we are overwhelmed with your response, guys. Thank you. Please keep the positivity coming and all the best with your preparation. Thank you.